name is Mia Calcaterra. This is for Module 4. I'm doing phonemes, sigation, and blending. This is for first grade. It would be for full class or small group instruction, and then the schedule would be to do it for 20 to 30 minutes every time. So, for our lesson today, we're working on segmentation and blending. So to start out, last class we went over different pictures, and we talked about looking at a picture and being able to identify what it is. So for a couple of our examples, what was this picture we had looked at?
A sun.
And then what was this picture we had looked at?
A moon.
Yes. So as you see, I had a picture drawn of a sun and a moon, and you were able to identify it without any words. So today what we're going to work on is looking at a picture and being able to notice how many sounds it has. So when we start out, we're going to look at a single picture, and then we're going to identify what it is, and then we're going to slowly say the name and figure out how many sounds make up that word. So when we're looking at this picture, what do we see?
A dog.
A dog. So as I say it slowly, we're going to move a sticky note into the box. So when we start, it's duh. That's our first sound. Ah is our second sound. So we move a sticky note every time we say our sound. And then g. And that is our last sound. So when I say it slowly, it's duh, ah, g. So we moved 3 sticky notes. So there are 3 sounds in the word. So that was our first one. So how many sounds were in the word dog?
3.
Excellent, nice job. So are you guys starting to get the hang of this?
Yeah.
Okay, so for our next one, can you identify what this picture is?
A cube.
It's actually a box, but that's okay. They look very similar. And honestly, there are multiple different words you can use to describe different pictures. So I'm actually really glad that you gave me a different word, because that shows that looking at a picture, you can come up with multiple different names. But we're working with 3-letter words today. So when we look at it, it's a box. What is it?
A box.
Nice, thank you. So the first sound it makes is the B. What is the first sound it makes?
B.
So that is our first sound. Our second sound it makes is the ah. What's the second sound?
Ah.
So we have B, ah. So we moved our second sticky note. And then our third sound is the x. What's our third sound?
X.
So we have B, ah, x. And that would be our last sound. So let's say it together. B, ah, x. So what was our first sound?
B.
Our second sound?
Ah.
And our third sound? X. So let's say it slow again. B, ah, x. So how many sounds do we have?
3.
Because there's how many boxes?
3.
And how many sounds?
3.
Exactly. So we can start to figure out how many sounds are in a word by how many boxes there are and how many sounds we hear in the word when we say it slowly. Is this making sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to do our small group instruction. And so what's going to happen there is you're all going to get a card at your desk. You've actually already received your cards at your desk. And you're all going to have 3 stickers. We're going to go through and look at our picture. We all have the same picture. And we are going to figure out what it is. Let me just grab one more sticky note. Here we go. Okay, so looking at your picture at your desks, what is this picture? It's a jar. Thank you. Nice job. Okay, so what is the picture?
A jar.
Yes, nice job. I know my pictures are a little hard to look at, but we're doing our best. So we're going to start. Student number 1, what is the first sound in jar?
J.
J. So we're all going to take our first sticky note and we're going to move it up to our box. Nice job. Student number 2, what is the second sound in jar?
Ah.
Ah. Nice job. So far we have ja. And student number 3, what is the sound, what is the last sound in jar? Yes, nice job. So, as we've said each of those sounds, we have moved our sticky note up to the box. So we have, let's say it all together slowly. Jar. So, how many sounds did we hear in this word?
3.
Because we start with the j, we go to our second sound, which is the ah, and we go to our third sound, which is the So, together it is jar. So if we say it fast, it's jar. Very nice job. So thank you for helping me. I hope that you moved your sticky note every time. I hope you're starting to understand this. Next, you have one more page on your desk. You guys are going to split into your individual groups, and then you are going to do it individually. I will be walking around to see what you need help with, and then we will get our own individual papers. When I'm doing this for my special education students, I would break it down into a small group instruction. I would have them either come to me in even smaller groups, so maybe 2 to 3 people at a time, and we would go over it. We would do more small group instruction. I would do multiple examples just to give them a better idea of what they need to do when they're moving the labels to figure out the sounds. If I was working with my talented and gifted students, I would provide them with words that actually have 4 sounds, because this activity can be used for 2 sound words up to 4 sound words. So I would give them 4 sound words to make it a little bit more challenging. And then with my ELL students, I would also break it down into a smaller group. And when doing that, I would provide the instruction in both English and in Spanish if they weren't starting to understand it. And I would also give them, I would probably start out with my special education and my ELL students doing 2 sound words, just so they can get the hang of it, and then give them some additional practice. That's all. Thank you.